Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. If anybody's not aware of this is a journey and investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades, we do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for less than $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In today's video, I'm going to be looking at some new questions for FINRA. I'm also going to be sharing with you a direct update from Pete Sessions himself, which is actually positive, and also finally finishing off by looking at 3 stocks to add to your watch list from Monday, also potentially with squeeze potential as well. So before we get started, let's have a look at some market news. So first headline here from Yahoo Finance. This week, the focus is on inflation, consumer confidence, and also earnings. So the Fed Chair Jay Powell's comments did hint at more interest rates to come, especially in 2023. We have had a strong year in terms of the S&P 500. However, last week was the first week where we did see a little bit of a pullback, and all the major averages did close down on the week. So hopefully a better week to come. And in other news here from Bloomberg, where stock market is headed after the wild first half, Nasdaq 100 index is now on track to be the best first half to a year ever. So one more week to go. There have been strong gains through June, and historically this does bode well for the rest of the year. And one other thing I'd like to share with you is a riddle. What is the closest time to midnight? An answer to this will be at the end of the video. Let's start by having a look at the new question for FINRA. So shout out here to Huckleberry with excellent research and due diligence. Let's start by having a look at the new question for FINRA. So special thanks and shout out here to Huckleberry for some excellent DD. And what he stated in his post here is there should be a 15C2-11 exemption form submitted to FINRA, which includes the identifying information of the firm requesting exemption from the giant list of revoked approvals. It begs the question, why did FINRA take a different stance with MMTLP, even though they were alerted by John Berger within days of trading on the OTC markets, but let it trade for over a year? Was it because of the underlying security was part of their Vanguard investments within your saving plan? Question mark. I don't think FINRA are going to answer that question. Well, basically the gist of what how I read this is obviously in the FAQs what FINRA stated is the form 211 wasn't used, it wasn't required, and it wasn't necessary. And what we can see here is that, well, if that's the case, there should have been an exemption request form. That didn't happen. It didn't happen with MMTLP. Why not? We need an answer. Why was this not presented in court? And why did you not answer this exemption request form or lack of use of this exemption request form in court as well? So great post there. So in terms of the previous video where we looked at Rosa's updated amendment, shout out here to Mark, who stated he's read Rosa's second amended complaint. It's very good, and she may have found a way to get to FINRA and pace their immunity. Very good read. So yeah, I did go through that, and one of the things I found very interesting in with regard to immunity in my video, what I covered is the second amended complaint. FINRA's immunity is challenged with the legal precedents, where the Honourable Judge John M. Mott denied their motion to dismiss. The judge agreed that Amerivat's request was not barred by FINRA's immunity. A summary of the full amended complaint is also included. So this is proof of a judge in a previous case confirming that FINRA does not have immunity. So it's under Exhibit A, which I covered and highlighted in my previous video, and this was from Rosa's second amended complaint. So certainly I agree with that, and I think that hopefully should be used by all cases going forward. So special thanks to Bob Mann for providing an update for Pete Sessions newsletter. So this is something that is emailed to some of the people who are on his mailing list. So the title here from June the 23rd from Pete Sessions, Fireside Session. So he stated here, as chairman of the Subcommittee on Government Operations and Federal Workforce, I am deeply concerned by the backlog and delays we are seeing at our federal agencies, and obviously he's concerned about people seeking passports, veterans requiring personnel records for the benefits, or citizens seeking information on their social security benefits. But moving on to what I think is more interesting, especially from the Pete Sessions point of view, his statements with regard to the SEC. So I know a lot of people have been jumping on the back of Pete Sessions, but I think what Pete Sessions has added into his newsletter here, from my point of view, is very positive, and I think these are encouraging statements from Pete. So let's have a look at what Pete Sessions has stated. So he stated here in his newsletter, I participated in the House Financial Services Committee hearing to provide oversight of the SEC. The mission revolves around capital formation, protecting investors, maintaining fair, orderly, efficient markets. And Pete is saying it seems apparent that the SEC and its chairman are distorting the vital mandate by leveraging their discretionary power to potentially hinder capital formation. So it looks like Pete is going against the SEC. Pete is going against Gary Gensler, and I take that as something positive. He stated also, I'm concerned the current chairman of the SEC, Gary Gensler, is engaged in similar weaponization. So strong statement here from Pete. Is engaged in they are keeping American people and their elected representatives in the dark. So I think that I would certainly expand that to FINRA as well as the SEC. He says it's only fair that regulators engage in an open and transparent and timely manner. So I agree with that, and I hope Pete can agree that that also includes FINRA as well. So he stated here, this kind of behaviour raises questions about the impartiality of the SEC and undermines its credibility. Great statement there from Pete, but I would also add in FINRA to that as well. And if you're saying that about the SEC, that they need to be impartial, then certainly it goes from my point of view, goes without saying that it will be the same impartiality required by FINRA, but we know they are not impartial due to their funding and due to them acting as investors on the stock market, as was also uncovered by Rose's second amended complaint. So our institution stand as pillars of trust, integrity and fairness, and Pete urges the SEC to take these values to heart and ensure their actions reflect the responsibilities towards the American people and democratic system. Anything less is a disservice to us all. So positive newsletter here from Pete, positive statements here from Pete. Hopefully Pete can continue with this line and also provide some strong statements going forward, especially for FINRA as well. Let's now move on to have a look at the 3 stocks to add to your watch list from trading on Monday this week. So the first stock is ticker symbol MBOT. So if you have a look at a reminder here, this was something that was covered in 2 previous videos. And this is another stock that we are watching as well. So we have a look at the chart here. Over the previous month, this is MBOT was up in excess of 62% on the month. It was also up in excess of 7.5% close of play on the Friday. So as a quick reminder, MBOT, also known as Microbot Medical, is a medical device company. It's developing minimally invasive treatments for various diseases. The company's lead products is the Nano Knife, which is a catheter-based device that uses radio frequency energy to ablate tumours. So very positive there. The stock has been going up very significantly. It has squeezed obviously up over 99% in recent trading. The catalyst is the announcement of the registered direct offering at market price of $10.50. This was also covered in the previous video. It has been well received by investors. In terms of the chart, obviously it's trading also above its 200-day moving average. MAC indicators are quite bullish, and it suggests that there could be a more positive upside for MBT, so one that we are continuing to watch. The next stock to add to your watch list is ticker symbol CCL. This is also a stock that is due to report earnings, and also known as Carnival Corporation. So have a look at the chart for this. Close of play on the Friday. It was up at time of editing on Friday, just close to 0.25% up at $15.80. However, over the previous month, it's also up in excess of 44%. So this is a stock that we have been watching in our Discord, and it has been added to our spreadsheet. But for anybody not aware of this, CCL is a cruise company. It operates a fleet of over 100 ships. Its brand includes Carnival Cruise Line, Princess Cruises, Holland American Line and Seabourn. So I'm sure you're aware that there has been a very, very strong recovery in the cruise line industry, and many stocks such as obviously Royal Caribbean as well have been going up quite significantly. So the rally has been the improving demand for cruises. The economy is also recovering. COVID is no longer an issue as far as travel is concerned for the vast majority of countries in the world, and cruise bookings have been rising. So in terms of a technical analysis, the stock is positive. It's trading above, also it's above its 200-day moving average. MAC indicator also is suggesting a bullish trend, and it could continue. So obviously there are some risks as in all stocks, and obviously hopefully we're going to be watching the earnings, and I do expect positive news there as well. And the final stock I'm going to share with you is ticker symbol EGLE, also known as Eagle Bulk Shipping. So if we have a look at the 1 month chart for this, it's also it closed around about level on the Friday at $48.37. However, over the previous month, it is up in excess of 18%. So this is a company that is also known as Eagle Bulk Shipping. It's a shipping company. It specializes in the transportation of dry bulk commodities. The fleet consists of over 50 vessels, and it operates in a variety of markets, including coal, iron ore, as well as grain. So the stock has had a tremendous run. It has been up over 100% from the start of 2023. Catalyst has also been the huge demand, increasing demand for dry bulk shipping. The economy is growing. We know it's got similar catalysts to the previous stock as well, in terms of the economies are opening up and increased demand for raw materials. So shipping rates have also been going up, and EGLE has also benefited from that. So in terms of the chart, technical analysis is also positive. The stock is trading above its 200-day moving average. MACD indicator is also bullish, and one that we will be watching carefully, and just suggests that the stock is poised for more upside as well. So ticker symbol EGLE. And finally, just to finish off, the answer to the riddle, what is the closest time to midnight? The answer was D. D is 3 minutes to 12:03, so that's the closest time to midnight. It wasn't a trick question, so that is the answer. And finally, thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned if you would like to get the full list of the weekly watch list and all the list of the stocks that we will be keeping an eye on from Monday. Details are in the description below, and stay tuned.